Hello, everyone. I'm Julian Jacques, and I'm here with Robb Schreiber from the rural St.Thomas.
What's up, everybody?
So the first person you meet is Marie, and she comes to your house, and, you know, the whole jib-jab. What were your first impressions of her?
My first impressions was, I saw her with a pink bag, a pink, like, duffel bag, like, rolly guy, and I'm like, damn, like, this girl, she's going to be some sort of, like, princess diva, you know, all that encumbers that, but at the same time, like, very outgoing, very nice and happy, and seems like a fun time, realistically speaking.
Marie tells you that you have the same Hakuna Matata tattoo, except hers was on her butt. How did that, like, make you feel? Like, was it awkward? Like,
the most awkward part about that is the fact that she dropped an F-bomb right from my sister, because I'm like, oh, my God, like, you've met my family for now, what, 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, just recently, and you're going to just drop these words on her? But no, my family was cool with it. They took it in stride, and at that point, I'm like, damn, like, I've legit never met somebody with a Hakuna Matata tattoo. I'm like, damn, like, that's entirely too random to, like,
yeah.
You know, even really think twice about it.
So you find out you're going to the Virgin Islands. Like, were you excited? Like, were you expecting to, like, go to, like, New York City? Like, I mean, because most people you hear, like, the real world, and, like, they go to, like, you know, Vegas, New York City, Philadelphia. Like, what were you expecting? Like, where did you want to go?
My ideal, like, I guess destination would have been Hawaii, just because I've never been there. That's one place I always wanted to go to. But at the same time, like, I didn't get Hawaii, but I got St. Thomas, so it's like, well, damn, like, that's just as good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So the house that you're staying in is on its own island. What, like, were you, like, actually, like, surprised? Like, were you impressed? Like, what did you think of the house itself? Like, on its own island, like, everything, like, the boat ride. Like, I think that's the best part, the boat ride, to, like, get to everywhere you have to go.
It's, no, I mean, you're absolutely right. It's actually, like, it was very, like, original. I've never, like, you know, we live in Philadelphia, or at least around Philadelphia, and being there so much, it's like, all right, the cab's here, or let's all, like, just carpool together, or caravan.
Yeah.
And then instead, it's like, all right, the boat's ready, let's go. I'm like, shit, like, I mean, I'm the only house on an island. That's just, it's so random, but it's so, like, cool at the same time. Like, who's the next person that's going to say, yeah, I lived on an island for a while in the Caribbean?
Yeah.
You're not going to find people like that, you know? So it was a mind trip, to say the least.
All right, so I'm going to jump into a caller. We have a caller on the line.
Oh, cool.
South Jersey, you're on the line. All right. They hung up. Sorry.
No worries.
So you have to take a boat to this island. All right, I have to. We have another caller. They're from New York. And New York, you're on the line.
I'm up. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Who's this?
Marie.
Hey, this sounds like Marie. Hey, Marie.
That's why I said, oh, God, I knew that voice a mile away.
Shut up, Rob.
Just call like I see it, babe.
So Marie, do you have any questions for Rob? You have a bunch. I see a whole bunch.
You're just going to annoy me.
I have a bunch of questions for you.
Oh, a bunch. All right, well, let's fire them off.
Okay. Is Marie a good kisser?
Is Marie a good kisser? She's definitely top 3, maybe top 2, 100%.
All right, I got to get off this line. I'm sorry, I'm going to leave now.
Why?
Oh, why?
I'm just messing. I actually don't want to ask him anything.
Really?
No?
You just want to be annoying? So I was right?
Yeah, he was, actually.
All right, so how about if you stay on the line and I ask the questions that you tweeted?
Yes, please. I would love to listen to them.
All right, so these are the ones that she tweeted. Were you enticed by Marie's dance moves?
Marie's dance moves. Well, besides like the fist pumping and all that, you know, Staten Island nonsense, yeah, that was all well and good, but it wasn't so like, okay, like I was saying, The fist pumping, it was just so, I guess, amazing. I've never seen such beautiful fist pumping. And I'm being completely sarcastic when I say that, mind you.
Corny.
No. Marie's the type of girl that will actually control a dance room, not by like dancing, but she'll actually just push people out of her way until she has her own little nice space to just break it down. So, yeah, I was enticed by that, I guess, in a weird way.
Yeah. Ready for the next one? Here's a good one. How many times do you think about Marie a day? Are you obsessed? Are you sad that she hates you? What's your favorite, Carlos?
How many times do you think about Marie a day? Well, anytime I hear the F word, normally Marie comes to mind just off the base, the sweet first impression she made.
Mm-hmm.
Am I obsessed with her? She likes to think so. I try to. Okay, yeah. I try to force myself to be obsessed with her, but it gets a little annoying every once in a while. And her favorite color is purple.
Correct.
You know I'm right.
All right. So earlier I seen she asked the question, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck? Would a woodchuck chuck wood?
Realistically, I think that kind of depends on how sharp the woodchuck's teeth are. The sharper the teeth, the more wood it will in fact chuck. So I think it's a variable question. But if I had to give an average, I'd say probably 23.
Mhm. All right. So I think I don't know, Rob. You take the judge if you want Marie to stay or not.
I think it's about her time to tap out and return back to Staten Island so she can fist bump more. I'm doing this for her, of course.
Ooh.
You're an idiot.
Marie, don't think I'm nothing like Rob. You're awesome.
Thank you. I'm better than Rob.
All right. Well,
I don't have red hair.
Wow.
We're playing the ginger comment. Oh my God. Never heard that one before. And I thought you were original. Bye, Ray.
Bye.
Right,
Nice
bye,
talking
Marie.
to you.
All right. Talk to you soon. All right.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. So I'm going to jump into another call. We have another caller from South Jersey, and South Jersey, you're on the line.
So is Emily still coming, or is that over?
Is Emily still coming? You know what? Based off of tonight, it was I was pissed off, highly pissed off. I try not to be, but obviously inevitable. But for now, yeah, she'll still be coming.
Are you allowed to talk about upcoming episodes, or you don't even know what's going on next?
No.
Interjection?
Sorry, I'll answer for you. No.
I was just wondering. Sorry.
No worries, yeah. No worries. You're fine, sweetheart.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
I was the one that asked earlier on Twitter if you get called any other names, besides Red on the show.
Obviously on the show I've been called Red, I've been called Big Red and Rob. But it's actually kind of funny because my entire family and family friends that I've known all 21 years of my life, they'll actually call me Bobby. So whenever I bring a girl around or friends around and they call me Bobby, everybody gets confused. But that's it's probably the only other name I get called. I'm like a Bobby to my family.
Bobby, where'd that come from?
My dad is actually a senior. I'm actually I'm Robert John Schreiber Jr. So just to differentiate between him and I when I was a child, they would call him Rob and call me Bobby.
Gotcha.
Anything else, sweetheart?
No.
All right, well, have a good night.
All right, you too. Thanks.
All right, no worries.
All right, Rob, so I'm going to jump right back to where we were at. Okay. So will we see a bunch of stuff going on the boat rides? Is that really where everything is going to be talked about?
On the boat ride. We had 3 different spots where the boat would pick us up at. It would be on the waterfront, which is in the middle. To the left would be Frenchtown. To the right would be Havenside. So, and the longest boat ride would probably be between, 8 to 15 minutes. So, granted on how fast the boat was going. But, you know what? Yeah, it's a toss-up, really. Like, arguments obviously happen, and when you're confined on an island, it's one thing because sometimes you can walk away, but when you're in a boat, like, you're literally down to his throats. So, yeah, there may be, there may be times when we're on the boat and get a little heated with each other.
Yeah. All right, so we have another caller on the line. They're from British Columbia. And,
British Columbia?
Yeah, so they're on the line. Hello? Oh, they hung up. All right, it's cool. All right, so what were your first impressions of your roommates when you, first, met all of them?
First thing I thought about when it came to Swift was, all right, he's dressed entirely too hot, he's dressed too warmly for a Caribbean place with his blazer and all that happy horse shit. Brandon, I thought I was actually going to the house with the tattoos and whatnot, because I have 4 or 5 of them myself. But he surprised me with that. Trey's just not average by any sense, but he's a good-looking dude, and he's obviously muscular, looks athletic. So I'm pegging him as some sort of athlete. Laura was a sweetheart. Latoya was completely bubbly and energetic and genuine as hell, and Marie was Marie.
Yeah. So I'm going to jump right into the second episode, and again, how it'll work. The callers will be at the end of the line, so no matter what, it's
Yeah.
So Emily tells you that she's not attracted to any other guys but you over the phone. What were you thinking when she told you this?
Yeah. Emily and I only met her about 2 or 3 weeks before I got out to St. Thomas. But she called me completely off guard. She was somebody, a person. Everything about her was just so new, and it was comfortable, and it was, it was cool. And when she said that, at that point, I was like, all right, I knew what I had going on, but at the same time, I was still being respectful to her. And when she told me that, she has no other, eyes to anybody else, I was almost relieved. It was, I was still being pulled in 2 different directions with, where my head was at, where my heart was at, but relieved is probably the best word for it.
So Emily's coming to St. Thomas. You're trying to talk to Marie at the bar, but it doesn't really work out. You walk. Right. Literally, there was a good we only seen the bar scene for a good minute, but literally it was 30 seconds into the bar scene, you walked out and you left on your own. Was it did you leave because you were frustrated, or you just were not in the mood to deal with her at all?
That night it wasn't honestly it wasn't anything that had to do with anybody. It was just me being so not fed up, but I was just I've been around everybody and everything for so long. Maybe now's the time where I can go and just relax and get some sort of peace of mind, just to kind of calm down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. The next morning, Marie brings you a cup of coffee, and you confront her about everything that happened, and you guys both agreed that, you two were, drunk or whatever. So will this happen a lot with you two throughout the season?
Marie and I had a really sweet relationship because we were the only 2 people in the house that drank every single day. So, when you drink, you get impaired, you make dumbass decisions. And, sometimes you butt heads a little bit, so... Is it an everyday occurrence? No, but is it something that, may or may not happen, rise again? Definitely.
So did you agree with your other roommates that Marie was, trying to talk to the locals to make you jealous?
At the time, yeah. I was all right, I kind of knew what she was doing. I kind of knew what she was trying to get across, but at the same time, I knew what I had, I guess, temporarily back at home, and I knew where my head was at, so I can't really play the double standard card because that just kind of, messed up, but
yeah,
I knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm. So, literally, it was weird. Was it? I guess it was 2 nights in a row. You're talking to Emily, and Emily tells you that she slept with someone else when you asked her if she slept with anyone because of the fact that you were in St. Thomas, and maybe she thought that, you were sleeping with other people. Did that make you jealous at all?
You know what? Jealous isn't the word. I think the word for it was, is probably anger. When me and Emily left on good terms. And, it was like, you got to do what you got to do, but, think of the other person. Essentially is how we left it off. And, it wasn't, I guess it wasn't the reason. I mean, obviously it sucks to hear it and to be drunk and hear it, and have a phone that you hate, because then you're going to break it. But I guess it was more so why she did it. She did it out of revenge. She did it out of spite. She did it because she didn't trust what I told her. And those, to me at least, are ugly qualities. And that kind of just fueled the fire that was already there. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. So this leads me to my next question. Why did you break the phone?
I was heavily hammered that night. And I did it really quickly, too. I was banging down like Cafe Patron shots like it was my job. And, I got back, and the way I am, once, like, my temper is out, it is out, and it's about, and it's not going to go away anytime soon. There's very few people that can actually calm me down. And, really speaking, if I didn't drop the actual phone, like, out of my hand, I probably would have done it. But that was, like, the icing on the cake, like, you dumbass, like, now the phone's, it was, I can't really justify or, like, I guess, give a cool explanation as to why it happened. I was mad at the situation. Like, the way I am, if I'm mad, I'd rather take it up on myself than anybody else.
Yeah. So, the same night that you break the phone, you and Marie cuddle together. So, like, really what's going on? Like, you have, like, a weird, like, it's really weird. Like, is it a friendship or, like what do you, like, what do you guys label yourselves?
Me and Marie, it was, it was confusing, for a while. I really didn't know where I stood. I remember she stood. I don't know where we stood together. And, it felt right. Everything about her, feels right. So, I didn't really think twice about it. I was comfortable and, it happened.
Yeah. So, I'm going to go to some Twitter questions, and one of them is, what made you want to do the Real World?
Honestly, my mom was the one that asked me if I wanted to do it. My mom has watched the Real World up in since season 3, I think, and she was like, go have fun, go on vacation for a while, and go experience something. So my mom told me to try out, and I went for it, and I got it.
Like, at any point at all through the casting process, did you think, like, you didn't make it?
What's that?
I said, at any point at all, were you thinking that, you wouldn't make it?
I don't know what I can and can't say to the casting process, but all I can say is that my friends who know me best, they were confident the entire time.
Yeah.
I had that level of it's not positive yet, so don't put your eggs in the basket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So, is there anything you would like to say or clear up?
Shit. No, clear up. The only thing I really have to say is there's only a handful of things you can do in St. Thomas, and even talking with the locals and whatnot, the majority of what you kind of can't do, like, it's few and far between. So I asked them, like, yeah, what is there to do in St. Thomas, just on, like, downtime? And they said nothing. People in St. Thomas drink 9 days out of the week. So, I had a really nice habit of getting blackout drunk by, like, 4 or 5 p.m., and that just is all I could do. And I had fun doing it,
Yeah. So, like, could you guys ever leave, like, St. Thomas, like just like the Virgin Islands in general, like, if you wanted to? Like, I know that there are ferries, like, that can take you, like, from the Virgin Islands to, like, Puerto Rico and, like, other surrounding countries. Like, could you guys ever do that, or was that, like, a no?
That's one of those wait and see kind of things.
So thank you, Rob, for your time and for doing this podcast. I definitely look forward to working with you again.
Oh, definitely. Can't wait.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Take care, brother. Bye.